morning, Pat and Jim again. Have you wiped up all the sweat? Good morning, Carol. Oh, good morning, Jade. Whew, sorry. Good morning, Fran. Again. I'm ready for some yoga for sure. Looks like the sun is coming out. Did I show you guys my new Pilates ring? Because I also did another certification for my Pilates instructor training. I know you're like, you teach Pilates? Yes, I do, but not often. But yeah, so I ordered that online because what else am I going to do except work out? So along with my TRX, I have my new Pilates ring and all that stuff. So you guys ready? Yep. So during boot camp, we had my little baby, my little grandbaby joining us from Virginia. So I think maybe Jan thought she was here, but she's not. She was in Virginia doing it. And I think I got half permission to post her picture online, so I might do that. Good morning, Beverly. So let's just start seated with your palms up, eyes shut. And let's just start to quiet your mind. So just try to get yourself situated in a position that feels comfortable. And if you're doing this with me live now, your palms are up. If you happen to be doing it at night when the sun is down, then your palms are down. And as always, we just spend the first couple of moments just centering yourself, bringing all your focus and attention to your breath. Trying to clear your mind of all those outside thoughts and distractions. Trying to take in all the good that is around you. And letting go of all that stress and negativity that you might be holding inside of you. And when you're taking that inhale breath, you want to try to make sure that your belly expands on your inhale, your rib cage expands, your chest expands. And then when you exhale, you let that go through your chest, your rib cage, and your belly. So you inflate your whole body with your breath. And then you let everything go with your exhale. Let's turn your palms down on your thighs and tip your head over to one side. Bring your head back up through center into the opposite side. And then just side to side on your own breath, as always. Everything is always on your own breath. Try to inhale to center and exhale as you drop your head to each side. And when your head gets over to one side, just tip your chin down to your chest and let your head roll around to each side. And then back around to the opposite side. So just a little half circle. Just noticing how your neck feels all the way around the sides and the back. And then when your chin gets down to your chest, let's just leave it there. So maybe bring your hands back behind you and just feel that weight of your head stretch the back of your neck. Feel your spine nice and long. And then slowly lift your chin, place your hands behind your head, look forward or up. Just kind of pushing your head on the back or on the palms of your hand. So you feel a little stretch in those biceps, your elbows back, your chest open, your shoulder blades together. Trying to lift your rib cage off your waist. And then just release that down. Let's just give a little twist to the left. Sitting up nice and tall. And then just easily twist to the right. And then to the left. And then just right and left on your own breath. Nice and tall. So try to inhale and lengthen through the center and exhale as you twist. When you come back to center, just a couple of big shoulder rolls. Just up, back, and down. And then let's try to take your, actually let's just bring your palms together in the front. Pull your shoulder blades apart. And then when you are ready to inhale, you're just going to open up your chest, look up. And then come back down into cat and open up into cow. So just in and out of cat and cow, inhaling as you open, exhaling as you fold forward at your mid and upper back. Just noticing any noises your shoulders might be making, your neck. And when your palms get in front, let's leave them right there. And inhale your arms all the way up. And then your right arm is going to reach over. And you're going to lean over to one side. You're going to come back to center and then to the opposite side. And then just side to side. On your own breath, inhaling and then exhaling. Just pushing that opposite hip down so you're really feeling that nice stretch on the side of your body. One more time on each side. And then when you get back to center, your fingertips are going to be on your shoulders. You're just going to roll your elbows up, back, and down. So inhale up and exhale down. Couple more times. All right, one more time. And then just grab your hands behind you, look up. And then look down, stretching the back of your neck, pushing your knuckles down to the back. And then let's lay on down on your back with your knees bent, your feet at the front of your mat. And once you get down there, let's just drop your knees side to side. So arms wherever they feel comfortable, out at the side, on your belly, over your head. So I've already had a request this morning to work on low back. So we're going to focus on that today. And please remember, if I ask you to do something that doesn't feel right for you, please don't do it. And let's keep those knees over to one side and reach your arms all the way up over your head, giving yourself a big stretch. You feel it on the left side of your body, the left waist area. And then on an inhale, bring those knees back to center. Relax your arms and your shoulders. Drop your knees over to the left on an exhale. And then inhale and stretch your arms way up over your head, feeling that nice stretch on the right side of your body now. And breathe. One more breath. You're going to bring those knees back to center. You're going to bring your left leg, cross it over your right as wide as you can. And then bring your right knee up off the ground so that your right foot is off the ground. And then just kind of hold onto your left lower leg, your left knee, and you're just going to make little circles with your lower body around your hip joint. So your left leg is bent, crossing over your right knee, and you're just doing little hip circles. And if it doesn't feel right, you can't lift that right foot off the mat, you can leave that foot on the ground and just do a little single leg hip circle with that left leg. But if you can do both hips, just in a little figure four or an upside down pigeon. And then let's go the opposite direction. Just noticing how that feels. You should be giving your low back a little massage, and then your hips should feel nice little opening up, nice little massage. And then let's stop that. Switch sides, so left foot down, cross your right leg over, and then bring your left foot off the ground a little bit. Hold on to both legs, or maybe just your right leg, and just start making that little circle around your hip joint. Remembering you can just do the right leg if you want, or if that's what you got today, you can't lift the left foot off the mat. Just one direction, as big as you can, really without letting go. And then let's switch directions. Just noticing how that feels. Let's go 2 more times around. And then let's give yourself a little hug. Bring your knees in. Give yourself that hug. Turn your feet around your ankle joints. Opposite direction. All right, your right foot goes down. Your left leg crosses over now in a tighter cross. Your arms are going to go out to the side. You're going to bring your knees up so that your right foot is off the floor. If it feels better for you to keep your foot right on the floor, please go ahead and do that, especially if your low back is hurting. But if you can bring your right foot off the floor, go ahead and do that. And then we're just going to tap your left foot on the right side of your mat. And then you're going to twist and tap your right foot on the left side of your mat. So just going kind of side to side, twisting, little tap, or you can fall all the way over and then just pick up that lower body with the strength of your core. So you can come all the way over, or you can just have a little tap. You decide. You can bring your upper body up a little bit. Whatever feels right for you. Just warming up your legs, your core. And then we're going to switch sides. So whenever you get tapping over there to the left, come back to center, switch sides. And just tap left. Back to center, and then over to the right. So don't go really fast. Don't let momentum do the work. Feel your core doing the work. So when we say we're going to work our lower back or work on lower back in yoga, it's not necessarily just stretching lower back. It's also strengthening, so that you are stronger in your low back, so that when you do things with that lower back, you don't get injured, or those muscles are stronger, so they don't get injured as easily. All right, one more time on each side. Come back to center, give yourself a big hug, and then let's straighten your legs, straighten your arms up overhead. Give yourself a big full body stretch. Point your toes, reach out through those fingers, and then flex your feet. Reach out through those heels. Bring your feet back on the floor with your knees bent. Bring your palms down at your side. And then just inhale and bring your arms up overhead. And then exhale and bring your palms back down. So a big inhale up and a big exhale down. So just warming up those shoulder joints. Just one more time. And then let's bring those knees back in again. Give yourself that hug. Then let's drop your knees over to the left. Arms are going to go out to the side. And you're just going to breathe in the twist. So you can take your left hand and place it on your right thigh and look on over to the right if that feels good. You can just keep looking up. Let's bring those knees back through center into the opposite side. Noticing any difference, right side or left side. One more breath. Come back to center. Give yourself that hug. And then cross at your ankles. We're just going to rock a couple of times so you can come up to seated. Or however you can get there. And we're just going to swing your feet around. And come onto your hands and knees. And then from hands and knees, you're going to put your palms down underneath your shoulders and your knees underneath your hips. You're going to take your left leg and just shoot it straight back, push through your heel, and stretch that calf. Looking straight down, shoulders relaxed, down away from your ears. And then take that left leg and step it over to the right side of your mat and just laterally lean over there and look back at that left foot. Just notice how that feels at your left waist. Keep length in your spine, length in your body. Come on back to center. You're going to take your right leg and shoot it straight back, pushing through that heel. And then when you're ready, you're going to take that right foot and step it on the left side of your mat, turning your gaze towards that foot. And again, just lengthening your body, noticing how you feel on the right side of your waist. Two more big breaths. And come on back to center. Let's find plank. So just put both feet down. See if you can shift forward and just lower yourself down. So point your toes. Bring your hands back behind you, palms up. Point your toes and just lift your upper body up. And then push your palms up. And maybe you're going to run enough energy down through those toes where it's going to lift your legs a little bit off the floor so that you're in a Superman pose or locust pose. You're just lifting up with your upper body, pressing those palms up, fingers pointing towards your toes so you feel your low back working. Take one more breath. Lower back down. Put your hands at your, like right in, let's say, put your elbows underneath your shoulders. Put your palms out in front of you. And let's just find a little baby sphinx pose. So your toes are still pointed behind you. You're going to look in front of you, and you're going to think about somebody taking your belly button, a string at your belly button, and pulling it forward, and then another string at the crown of your head pulling you up. Your shoulders are down, eyes are shut, and you're really stretching out the front side of your body while pushing all those vertebrae back into place at your low and mid back. Take one more breath. And then let's lower down. Let's push back into child's pose. So hands at your chest. Push up and back. Your knees a little bit wider than your hips. And your forehead down. Your hips as best you can into those heels. But if they don't reach, perfectly fine. And then on an inhale breath, all you're going to do is just come up a little bit. So you're almost coming back into a little back bend. So maybe pushing the hips forward a little bit. And then you're going to come back into child's pose. You're going to do that one more time. So inhale forward. And then this time you're going to exhale back into down dog. So just tuck your feet or your toes and bring your knees back in line. Push yourself up into down dog. Adjust yourself however you need to on your mat. Push your heels down. Tuck your chin. Look through your legs and breathe. So we're going to do that same little sequence that we did on Tuesday. So we're going to take your right foot and step it wide into a wide leg lunge. So right foot comes up wide of your right hand. The left knee can be down or stay up, and you're going to twist open to the right. You're going to bring your right hand back down on the floor and step your right foot back into down dog. Now you're going to take your left foot and bring it wide of your left hand, it's not twister. Right knee down or up, twist open with that left hand reaching up to the ceiling. Twisted lunge. Bring that hand down and step that foot back into down dog. Come on down into child's pose with your knees wide, your hips back, then your hips forward again on that inhale, and then your hips high and down dog. This time you're going to take your right foot and bring it straight forward in a regular lunge. So if you need to grab your foot, that's fine. Put your left knee down on the mat and bring your arms and upper body up, reaching up in a crescent lunge. Staying here, pushing that left hip forward. Little back bend. The best you can looking up. If you need to keep your hand on your thigh, perfectly fine. Big deep breaths. Start to bring those hands down in front of you. Step back into down dog. Bring your left foot forward. Lower your right knee. Leave it up if you want. Bring your upper body up. And again, that hand can be on your left thigh, reaching up, or both arms up. Whatever works for you, but really press through that right hip flexor. Really reach up through your torso, both sides, or if your hand is here on your thigh, then you're really thinking about that right side. And then both hands come down. This time your right foot is going to step forward so that you are in a forward fold. You're going to slowly come on up. Bringing your arms all the way up overhead. And your hands are going to be down and then either at your side or your heart. And your eyes are going to be shut. So you decide where you want to be in mountain pose. And we're just going to breathe for a couple of breaths. So while you're in mountain pose, I just want you to think about it for a minute. So make sure that all 4 points of each foot are firmly rooted into the mat. Make sure that you're nice and tall. Make sure that you have a little tip at your pelvis. So if you do a little cat and cow while you're standing here, so if you just kind of tip forward and back, you kind of want to be just in the middle with maybe just a little forward tilt of your pelvis. Just whatever feels good for your low back, really whatever a neutral spine would be for you. All right, then let's shift onto your right foot. Bring your hands at your heart. Just bring your left knee up. So parallel tree, raise your arms up overhead. From here, see if you can extend that leg out straight and your arms out to the side. Take a couple of breaths. Bend your knee, bring your arms back up. And then hands at your heart, foot down. Shift your weight to the left. Bring your arms up, your knee up. Extend that leg out straight, arms out to the side. And hang out. Breathe. Bend the knee, arms back up. And then foot back down. And then hands down at your side, eyes shut. Let's do that one more time. So shift to your right. Let's bring the left knee up, arms up over your head. Extend the legs out, arms at the side. Bend the knee, bring the arms back up. And then set that leg and arms back down. Same thing on the left side. Arms up, knee up, leg extends, arms out, knee bends, arms back up, hands back down, foot down. All right, come to the front of your mat if you're not already there. You might already be there. So I'm just going to move this mat. All right, we're just going to move through a couple of standing poses. A little slow flow kind of thingy. That's not really a technical yoga term, but we'll use it today. So let's take your left foot, step it back, and ground your heels. So we're going to find warrior one. So your right knee is over your right ankle, and your hips are facing forward. So kind of maybe about 3/4 of your mat. Hips are facing forward, shoulders are facing forward, chest forward. Arms come up, and I want you to sink down. And then what I want you to do is just bring your arms down and straighten that leg. And then sink back down again. And then straighten the legs, bring your arms down. So that back heel, keep it pressed down as you do that 2 more times. And this time, let's stay right here. So maybe you might be able to widen your feet a little bit more. Now that you move just a little bit, you maybe could look up. Maybe you can take your hands together, but I don't want you to be here. So if your elbows are bent, let's take your arms parallel. If you can bring your arms straight, then you can bring your palms together. Your hands could be here. If you are experiencing some low back issues, I would take your hands behind you to open up your chest and work on lengthening your spine a little bit more, a little bit of a back bend. Take one more breath. And then straighten that front leg. Bring the back leg up. And then let's take this right leg and step it back in Warrior One. So ground that back heel. Bend your left knee. Turn your hips to the front, so adjust the back heel so that that back knee doesn't feel weird. And bring your arms up. And then once you get here, straighten the front leg. Bring your arms down. And then just move on your own breath, inhaling and exhaling. Inhaling and exhaling. 2 more times. Making sure that knee is tracking right over your toes. This time we stay. And again, maybe this time you can widen your feet. And again, anything you want with those arms. I'm going to keep my arms back behind me now. Make sure you can at least see a big toe or one of your toes in front of that knee in the front. Make sure those hips are as forward as possible. Shoulders right over your hip. Let's hold for 2 more breaths. Sinking straight down, trying not to lean forward. 1 more breath. Release your hands to your side, the back leg, float it up. Hands at your heart or at your side, eyes shut. Just notice how your legs feel. Breathe. All right, let's take a big inhale up. And a big exhale with your hands just at your side. We're going to take your left leg back. We're going to find side angle pose. So you're going to bring that right knee over your right ankle. You're going to just lean over so that that right elbow rests on your right thigh for now. Your left arm goes up and your right arm reaches down. So the back foot firmly into the floor, front foot firmly into the floor. Then you reach that right arm down, the left arm up. Then what I'd like you to do with this right knee is bent, I'd like you to straighten it as you bring your upper body up and reach up with the right arm, down with the left. And then on an exhale, come back down into side angle. Looking up. On an inhale, come back into Exalted Warrior. And an exhale back into side angle. Let's do that again. Inhale up. And exhale down. And one more time up. Really, really reach up and down at the same time, and then let's find side angle and stay there for about 5 breaths. So you can reach that arm straight up or up over that ear. Please try not to lean and twist and let that left shoulder dip down towards the mat. The left shoulder should be up towards the ceiling. So if that means you need to be here, this is where you are. You find where you need to be without compromising your hips or your shoulders. One more breath. Want you to take that left hand now down, bring your shoulders in line with that front foot, and bring that left foot forward. Half forward fold, come all the way up. Right foot goes back. Ground your heel, bend the left knee, open up those hips, lean over, set that left elbow on your left thigh, right arm up, reach down, and then when you're ready, on an inhale breath, you straighten that front leg, reach up and down, inhaling, and then press down, bend the knee, exhaling, inhaling back up, and exhaling back down, nice and slow on your breath. One more time, up. And when you get down, we stay here for those 5 breaths. And again, you don't collapse through your shoulder. You look up or you reach. Or you look down if that feels better. One more breath. Let's bring those hands down at your foot. Take your front foot back into down dog. Let's let's take your right leg, bring it up in front of you so that you're gonna look like you're going into pigeon, which you are welcome to do, but I'm going to talk about just going into this 90-90. So you're going to bend both knees 90 degrees. If you'd rather go into pigeon, you feel free, but again, I'm just going to talk about 90-90. So you fall onto your right hip, knees are bent 90 degrees, and then we're just going to come forward nice and tall with your spine, and you just walk your hands forward over that front leg. Feel a nice stretch of your glutes, your outer thigh, your mid back on that right side. Adjust however you need to get the best stretch you can. So walk your hands out, push your hips back, and breathe. Let's just switch sides so you can just come up to seated and just swing your legs around. Left knee bends, right knee bends, so that 90-90 again. Sitting up as tall as you can, so nice and long, and then you just come on forward. And again, just lengthen, and if you want to be in that pigeon pose, you feel free to do that. I'd really rather you be just 90-90 with your knees. Feeling that nice outer thigh, glute, mid-back stretch on that left side. And again, just deepen, reaching your upper body forward or to the side. Big deep breaths. One more inhale. Exhale, and then whenever you inhale next, just come back up with your upper body. And let's lay back on your back with your strap or towel nearby. We're just going to stretch those hamstrings. So left leg, actually let's just put your feet flat, your knees bent. Just drop your knees side to side. Just kind of getting your body back to neutral after what we just did. And then let's take your knees back to center. Your left leg up to the ceiling. Your right leg extends. And we're going to stretch those hamstrings. So sometimes low back issues caused because your hamstrings are tight. So we'll stretch those as we always do. Let's press your heel up, push your hips down, and breathe. Try to pull that leg a little closer. And then let's let that leg just drift open to the left. Right arm out to the side. Right leg extended if it wasn't already. And big deep breaths. A nice yoga music soundtrack going on in the background, don't I? The frog, the grass cutters. Let's bring that leg up through center, over to the other side, twisting at the waist. Alright, back to center. Bring that knee in, give yourself a little hug, just with that left knee. Alright, right leg goes straight up. Same three things on this side. Heel up, hip down. Breathe. Try to relax your upper body into the floor, into the mat. A little deeper. And let's drop that leg open to the right. Try to notice whether this is getting easier. Let's bring that leg up through center and over to the other side. So twist at your waist, right arm out to the side, left leg is shooting down and away from you. Right arm out, left leg, right leg over to the left. Looking up or to the right. Big deep breaths. Let that strap or towel go. Bring that knee in, the right one. Give yourself a little hug. And then bring both knees in. And then extend your legs up towards the ceiling, flexing your feet so that you would be in, like you're in legs up the wall pose. Hands down at your side, maybe up over your head. And just hang out for a couple of breaths. If you would like to move to the wall and have your legs up the wall, that would be great. If you want to just hang out here for a couple of breaths. But we are going to move into final relaxation. So again, you can move over to the wall with your legs up the wall. You can just extend your legs straight along your mat right now. You can put your towel over your eyes, your eye pillow if you have one. Your hands at your side. Your shoulders down away from your ears. Your eyes shut. Just relax your body into the mat. Let your focus be on your breath. Just inhale and exhale for just about 3 or 4 minutes. Just trying to be as still and as quiet as you can be. Let's start to wiggle your fingers and wiggle your toes. Just slowly, gently waking yourself back up. If you've put your legs up the wall, just slowly move away from that. You can stretch your arms up overhead and give yourself a big full body stretch. You can do whatever you like for the next couple of breaths. You can bend both knees and rock them side to side. You can come on over to one side, the right side, or if the left side feels better, that's fine. And then just slowly come up to a seated position. And wherever you are, we will all try to breathe together 3 times. So palms at your side and open. Let's inhale up. And a big ah as you exhale. Again, inhale. Ah. One more time. Inhale. Ah. Thank you so much for joining me today. Namaste. Have a fabulous rest of your Thursday. It looks like the sun is out, so maybe try to enjoy something outside. See you guys tomorrow for some sort of yoga at 9:30, I think. See you then. Have a great day. Let me know what you're doing. Since little Brinley was working out with me before, I think I just got permission to post some photos of her under the boot camp workout, so go look for that in a couple of moments. Have a great day. Bye.